Today in art, we're going to learn oil pastel techniques. Have fun!
Hello, my talented artists. And we are learning about oil pastels and blending with Lorena and Natalia.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do is pick any color you want. I'm gonna pick a dark color so you can see. Go ahead and pick a color. We're making a rectangle shape. We're gonna draw very lightly, very lightly. It could be diagonal. I'm making it diagonal. Then I want you to get a little darker. And then at the bottom of the rectangle, I want you to try to do it really dark.
The goal is to have a light, medium, and dark area that you've drawn with your oil pastel. Do you see how there's a line between my dark area and medium area?
It shows a line in between those two. I'm gonna try to blend those by just doing a light circle motion. I'm moving my hand like that so that it is a nice smooth transition.
So the goal is to have a smooth blend from light, medium to dark.
It's like a light blue on yours, and then it turns into like a dark ocean.
Right, exactly. So we want it to go from light to medium
to dark. That's the first goal. Pause the video for everyone to create a rectangle going from light to medium to dark using varying pressure.
We're going to come back to this one. I want to teach you something else. Now, a lot of times we start sketching with pencil, but what we're going to do today is we're going to sketch with either a neutral color
or a light color to use to sketch a rectangle for the next technique.
Good. Do it lightly. That's good. Now what we're going to do is we're going to try to just fill this rectangle with only the lightest
pressure, and that's going to leave some white of the paper for us to blend later.
Fill it all the way up, any color you like. We're practicing pressure. Whenever we're coloring in a shape too, we want to make sure we go all the way to the edges, and one way to make sure we're going all the way to the edges is
to remember to lightly sketch in at the very edge the outline of the shape. Whatever shape it is, you want to make sure that you're filling it in entirely.
So you can go from all different directions, and that will smooth out the lines you're making. I'm going to do some.
Pause for students to create their second rectangle. Excellent.
Okay, so now we're going to go back to this first, and we are going to blend another color, and we're going to reverse the pressure so that it's going to be darker here, and it's going to get lighter as it goes towards the blue.
And whatever color you choose, I want you, before you begin, to predict what is going to happen when you blend those two colors together. Being able to predict what colors you're going to make when you mix colors together is part of color theory.
Orange and blue are complementary colors. Did you guys know that? Do you remember that in 3rd grade? At the beginning of the year, we made those paper snakes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember.
Right, and that we pick complementary colors. Yeah. So complementary colors always make brown when they're mixed together. So you could pick a complementary color and it will make brown in the middle. Or you pick a color that harmonizes.
Like analogous colors. Analogous means next to. Analogous colors are next to each other on the color wheel.
With that color, and the color that harmonizes would be next to it on the color wheel. So what's next to purple on the color wheel? What makes purple?
Pretty sure it's red and blue. Yeah,
right.
Red and blue.
Red and blue.
A cool thing is if you do blend analogous colors, you're going to be making a tertiary color. That's a new vocab word. If you blend two primary colors, you'll get a secondary color, and some blendings you know and some you don't. So it will be a bit of an experiment for some of you. You can pick any color you want to blend.
I'm going to show you what a complementary color does. And what I'm going to do is on this edge where the light part is, I'm going to draw this end of the rectangle, okay? And then I'm going to start blending. And as I go towards the blue, I'm gonna go lighter and lighter. I'm going very light when I get over to the blue.
My goal is to have a smoothly blended rectangle from one color to another.
So I gotta go in and do this little circle motion. Everyone is doing a little circle motion naturally for blending.
Oh, that changed totally different color.
Yeah. So now you have to do it lighter and lighter so that it blends. And go lighter and lighter pressure as you get towards the thicker part of your oil pastel.
So like up to here.
Yeah. And then go but then even lighter because you don't want that line there.
Lorena and Natalia are working hard to blend those colors together. It takes some time. Pause for students to complete the blending of two colors task.
All right, for this one, we're going to lightly add another layer of color, not dark, but a different color, very lightly. Don't forget to do the edges. Now, if you feel like that second color is dominating, you can always take the first color again and go over it because you're really making a new color.
Pause the video for students to blend lightly on top of the second rectangle with a new oil pastel color.
Let's make another rectangle. So we're gonna make a third rectangle.
Ooh, I should use a red.
Yeah, something, sure. You like warm colors, huh? Well, actually, you have blue too. You like warm colors.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do with this one, again, we're gonna start dark, but we're just gonna go halfway. We're gonna try to end halfway here. So we're gonna start really dark on one edge, really just outlining the end of the rectangle, and then we're gonna start dark on this end, and then we're gonna get lighter, and we wanna stop in the middle. We want one end to be no color at all, like that. So you can just maybe draw this line off the page, and that can be your other color. No worries. Okay, so now on the other end, you're gonna pick this is all about pressure. So we wanna do less and less pressure, press really hard at the end, and then we're gonna get lighter and lighter till you just leave white.
Pause the video for students to complete this task. Remember to stop coloring about mid-rectangle. Choose a different color oil pastel.
I'm going to draw the other end of the rectangle. I'm going to press really hard here. And now I'm going to get lighter and lighter to the middle. And end in the middle. We're not going to go all the way to the edge. And we're gonna stop with this color very lightly. And it's just overlapping.
Are we doing the same color that we did for the top?
No, a different color.
Great question.
Thank you. So we're going from the lightest color all the way to the darkest color, but we stopped.
Yeah, although with this one, you were supposed to get super, super light. So save that. Make another rectangle. And what you want to do is you want to start dark and then get lighter pressure until it's just white on the other end. So just do another one. We'll use that for something else. Don't worry. And just draw the back part of a rectangle.
Just like a bottom of
Yeah.
Just do that right here.
We use a different color. I don't want to use the
Yeah,
same
use a
colors.
different color. Now you're not going to go all the way down. You're just doing that on one end. There you go. And then do very dark in that area, and then you're going to go lighter, and sort of stop there.
Pause for students to blend a rectangle halfway up. Now we're going to experiment with different blending techniques.
A lot of people like to use their finger to blend, but it is very, very messy. And if you get your finger dirty and then you want to blend another color, what it does is it kind of messes up that color. So I've
Oh,
already...
this is actually helping.
Oh, good. I'm glad. There's all different ways to do things. So, and then you want to go so light that it just becomes white. And you just leave it white, like halfway, like right about there. It should be white. Yeah. Excellent. Good. And then you can take a darker color and do the opposite and go that way.
I'm glad that happened, because if you were confused, I'm sure there are other people that would be confused too. So good job for persevering.
We are going to wrap our finger with a paper towel to blend. This is our finger blending way. We're just going to try to blend with our finger. So the one thing about using the paper towel is it thins out the oil pastel. So if you want thick oil pastel, it's not great. Okay, so start dark. So do that end of a rectangle there.
This is
Oh, yeah.
This is like
Nice.
a gold.
Yeah, it's like a gold, yeah.
Oh my god. This
There, you did it. Perfect.
Now it's time for you to try blending with a paper towel.
This is a problem people have a lot. You see that line
Oh my
there?
god, this colors is so pretty.
They look so pretty. What I want you to do is wrap your finger and try to blend that little line of color.
So then it looks like it's like blending in together.
So it's blending in together. Yeah, it does. You can target blend. So Lorena is just picking one space that oh, some of the blue got on. Oh, you know what happened? Your finger broke through. That's okay. There's two things you can do. The great thing about oil pastel is you can actually scrape it off.
Wow.
Yeah, and let's see if we just blend in a little.
More of the lighter oil pastel and then use the paper towel.
Now use that, see if I double folded it, and see if you can blend that away. This is actually great that it happened, because this is gonna happen in real life. Always a solution to every problem. Is it working?
Yes.
Now, Lorena, you might wanna add, because that's a
little
light.
bit more because it's like it's really light.
There you go. So you can go back in with your color and thicken that layer up.
Now it's time for everyone to try to blend with their finger wrapped in a paper towel. And I think those paper towels need to be double wrapped because they are weak.
Now, with the second one, I wanted to show you another way,
To blend oil pastels.
but it does alter the color significantly, and that is just blending the whole thing with white. So the second,
Rectangle.
we're gonna just go around and blend this whole rectangle with white.
That's so pretty.
So I made an outline to make it neat, and then I'm blending.
In with a scribble motion.
This is a great time for scribbling. The scribbling is a great blending technique. And it doesn't have to be white. It could be with
One of the colors you used to create the rectangle originally. Pause the video for everyone to try blending in their second rectangle with a white oil pastel.
that is pretty. It's
That's a pretty color.
blending colors is very nice.
Let's reflect.
The one with the paper towel is thinner, right?
Yeah.
It looks different. The one with just oil pastel blending is very thick. Now, do you want to try something else? If you don't want it so light like this, Lorena, do you want it this light? Maybe you could be the different one.
Yeah.
So,
You don't have to blend with white, so then you could just use this color that I'm using, or you can use the different color that you were using. Like, since Natalia, she used a yellow with red, and she was going to this color, blue and purple.
Yeah.
Blue and purple. She used the white. You don't have to use the white. You can use more blue, or she could have done more blue or more purple. But
Right.
she decided to make it lighter, so you would have to use the white.
we're trying to make a nice smooth blend.
Oh, that's pretty. It's like it's now like a dark blue purple.
Yeah.
So when we are using the pastel, you should always look for like the square part of your not square.
Or the outline.
Yeah, the outline. So you should always cover that. So then it's just one color, or it's the colors that you use. So you should always make sure you find those outlines and then cover them.
On to the penultimate technique. Let's look at Natalia's red to yellow rectangle.
Orangey
Sunset.
yellow, but we still have this line. We have another technique. Yeah, so we're experimenting. So this is baby oil. If you use too much of the oil, it just soaks into the paper. So we're gonna try not to use too much oil, just a little oil. The baby oil is on there. And then we're gonna do that little circle motion. Okay, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Go ahead and try it.
Okay.
So we're moving around the oil pastel with oil. The goal is to fill in all those white spots with oil pastel.
And more importantly, have a smooth blend.
They both are beautiful. For our last one, I want you to do a rectangle that is very solidly any color you want. Actually, you know what? It could be all different colors. Go ahead and just make a rectangle that is any color you want. If I want to blend this, I have a few different strategies because I've already learned some.
No white of the paper should be showing, and it should be a thick layer of oil pastel. Pause the video for students to draw one last rectangle and fill it in with a thick layer of oil pastel.
Yeah, once we fill it in a solid thick, like icing, we want it to be like frosting, very, very thick layer of oil pastel, we are going to take a dark color. We've often seen black, but we're going to take another color and go over it. And it has to be a dark color on top of light colors. So this next thing has a special name. It's called sgraffito.
What?
Yeah, so you're going to take, what? You're going to take the end of your Q-tip and you are going to draw in lines. I don't know if you remember in first grade we made those little furry.
Oh yes, I remember. That was so
And
fun.
it was just little lines, right? Or even just
This is
drawing
technically
lines.
like a scratch board.
You're making your own scratch board, yeah.
This is really cool.
Yeah, this is a cool one. And you can see how it looks really different. Natalia has low contrast, and that is beautiful.
That is so
And Lorena and I have high contrast.
So you have choices.
There's endless possibilities.
That flower is so pretty.
I know, right?
Have fun!